Hello, viewers. I welcome you all to my channel, Evolve Beyond Meds. Agenda behind this is spreading mental awareness, mental health awareness, and we are also here to, introduce new people to you from every walks of their life, and to motivate you to share their journey with you. And in case if you are going through something, it's, I'm sure you'll find your answers to your questions in your journey, and it'll we are our initiative to start this is to help. So today's guest, mm, and my today's guest is also my very close friend. I'm very happy to introduce you to her. Her name is Triveni. She is a mother, a wife, and in her professional life, she's also a soft skill trainer and a professional life coach as well. She was also a dietitian. Yeah, she was also a dietitian. And today, the reason why she's here with us is she's also a cancer survivor. So let's not. I do not want to waste a single second here. Let's introduce. Hello, Triveni. How are you?
Thank you for making the sweet call to ask. And we've been close since years, I guess. We've known each other since our days of
Soft skill
our,
journey.
I think so, training sessions. So
Yeah.
it's nice that you considered me, looked at me, called me, asked for this. And I'm happy, and it would be my pleasure to share my journey with so many people where I guess whatever I say, if it makes a difference in somebody's life, I'm very happy to do that, Shia. Thank you so much again.
Oh, it's our pleasure, Triveni. Trust me, it's our pleasure. I'm sure my viewers are really going to get a lot of things today. It's going to, I'm sure it's going to really, have them, the answers too. So I want to know from you. I know it's a little sensitive, but, you know, thanks a lot
I'm
for
here to do
agreeing to.
it. Don't worry, you can ask me.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us the permission, I want to know from you, how did you and when did you get to know about your breast cancer?
Okay, this was around 2019, Jia. It was a January. I was just getting back from work. I think so. I was on my way back from work from Baswingudi. And I'm always happy driving my car back and hearing to loud music. Without music, my car never starts. It's something like that. I love music. So I was just driving back. It was a regular casual day after work. And somewhere during the signal, I guess I just happened to scratch my arm a bit. So when I scratched my arm, I felt a little round ball over there, a lump. So I didn't bother much, but it went into my head because I was aware of the lump around your breast and everywhere because it was not around my breast, it was under my arm. So I was like, let me look at it later when I get back home. I got back home, I was tired, I had my rest for some time. And then I felt it again and I said, no, I think so I should take it seriously because I've been in the field being a dietitian previously. So I should not take it easily. The question always arises, comes in your mind is, hey, it's just a lump, it's nothing beyond it. So
Yes.
I called my husband and I told him, I said, there's something wrong, I guess. So I might as well go to the gynecologist to get it checked. So I went to the gynecologist. I took an appointment. The same evening, I went to the gynecologist. I went alone. I didn't want anybody. I'm usually a very independent woman. I don't call people for help or whatever. So I went alone. I
Wow.
took an appointment and then she checked and she wasn't very happy with it.
Uh-huh.
And she said, Triveni, I guess you need an immediate scan. And it was late in the evening. So
Okay.
everybody was shutting down. I think so it was around 8:30 in the evening. But then she made it a point that she called someone, that is one of her friend, and she took an appointment with the doctor and she sent me right away for a checkup. And then he checked, and then the process went on and on and on. The next day was my biopsy. And I didn't tell anybody. I still wanted to go alone and I went alone. And this time my husband said, no, you're not going alone. But I still ran away without telling him. But he followed me back. And then the biopsy was done and then the results were out. And I know it very well because of all the stress on my mind. I didn't call my mother because there was too much of stress on my mind. So I didn't call her that day. And I told my husband, I'm feeling a bit low. I'm not going to go to work today. So I'm going to the mall for shopping, you know. So I'm not going to put this into my head. I went to the mall alone. I was
Wow.
shopping happily. I said, this can't happen to me. Nothing is wrong. It is just a small lump, probably. So I was in the mall happily shopping, trying a dress in the dressing room. I was very well aware of this. I remember this. And then my husband called up and said, where are you? Can you get back home?
Oh,
I was
oh,
like,
okay.
I'm not getting back home until you tell me what. He's like, no, you
Mhm.
just get back home. I'll also come back home.
Okay.
I was like, no, you're telling me, or I'm never
Can I
coming
just
home.
interrupt you, Triveni, for a second? Which year was it?
This was in
Uh,
2019 Jan.
Jan. Okay. Beginning of the year.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. And then he told me over the phone. So I still didn't call my mom. I called my brother and I told him from the mall parking. I said, this can't happen to me. This has happened. And I wiped my tears in the car and I said, nothing is going to break me. And I went back home. That was
Oh.
the first time, I ever came to know that I was with ductile carcinoma, that is breast cancer. And it was stage 3. One of the cells was stage 3. But thankfully, the lump which I had was stage 1. But one of the cells which had passed into my underarms was a stage 3.
Oh.
So that's how it started, Jia.
Okay. I don't know how to really respond to it, but hats off to your bravery. Hats off to your courage, to take it and to deal with it, right? To take it just head on, I know it's not it's easy to be said than done, right?
Because you're always in the assumption that such things won't hit you.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen cancer in my family.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen cancer among my friends.
Okay.
Okay, touch wood.
Yeah.
So I don't know where did it come from, Jia? I really didn't know where did it come from. So
Okay.
I used to exercise every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I was only 54 kilos, probably 54 kilos, exercising every single day. And I know what I eat.
Okay.
I don't know where it came from. So it was like,
We
where
don't
did
have
it
an
come from?
answers, right? We don't have an answers.
Yes.
Exactly.
But you know what? I believe I don't want to blame anybody. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to say it on someone, or I don't want to say it was because of my stress or because of someone or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say I believe in karma.
Yeah.
You know? Yes, the law of karma. Never know what I did bad the last birth. So
Very
I
true.
had to go through this birth. So and I always believe my God will never do anything bad for me.
That's so sweet. And
So
uh, I think, along with karma, when when we don't play the blame game, with karma, and when we don't just become a parasite or just, just like, oh, it's my karma, I can't do anything about it. We just take a step ahead, and we take the whole responsibility to
exactly.
recreate our lives. I think
Exactly.
that's where we get out of our shell, and it's when we say like it can't happen to me, as you said, right? All of us
Yes,
have that.
exactly.
It can't happen to me. I can't. That's kind of a denial we go through, right?
Yes,
We go through a denial because, and somewhere, somewhere I've seen that we're always scared. What if I get this? What if I get that? And when it comes to confronting something, we're like, no, it can't happen to me. It just can't happen to me. But the denial is, you have to. How long can you be with the denial? You just have to go ahead. You have to take the next step ahead, and as you did, I think best
yes,
best that you could do.
yes,
And
yes.
so, what did you
I didn't
learn?
deny it though, Gia. I wasn't in a denial mode anytime. For the
Mhm.
first time, it took me saying I was a healthy person. So
Yeah.
where did it come from? Because I'm in the medical field. I know you need to dig down the roots to know where it is coming from. So I was never into denial saying, how did it happen to me?
Okay.
Or neither did I question even a single day, why did this happen to me? I have never done it.
Oh,
So I've always left it to God, saying, your decision for me would be right. And finish, I had a chapter of karma to finish in my life, and I finished it. The chapter is closed, and no more the chapter is going to open again. I'm glad I finished it. I'm glad and I'm thankful to God I finished it. No complaints, no looking back, nothing.
what did you learn in your journey when you were going through? Because I'm sure there are a lot of people who are going through this, or somewhere it's in the back of our minds. So what did you learn in your journey that I'm sure can help so many of us here?
The journey wasn't easy, Gia. Getting detected with cancer is one, going through your treatment is the worst. Okay. I had 1.5 years of treatment. Few people finish it with 4 or 5 months, but I had 1.5 years of treatment.
Oh,
It went into every blood and bone of mine because it was seen
okay.
in my gene. So the doctors did not want it to multiply again over 5 years or 10 years. They didn't want the reoccurrence to happen. So they gave me a very crucial treatment. So it was 1.5 years of treatment. It's not easy, Gia.
I
Who's
can
ever
totally
going
understand.
through it, it's not easy.
But
To
what did
not
you?
be yourself,
Uh-huh.
a person who is outside the house the entire day, loves to meet friends, loves to party, loves to go to the gym in the morning, meet her friends, have a chai, and then kickstart her day. Loves to work, has a lot of ambitions, aspirations in life. One who never gives up in life. One who's always fought back to where she is today. Very difficult to sit back. Okay,
I understand.
losing your hair. I
Mhm.
remember the day I went to the shop and the salon lady just held my hair and she had to chop it and then she shaved my hair off. I don't remember seeing myself tonsured, probably when I was a kid, my mom had done. To see myself like that, I remember sitting right down from the chair to the wall and it was difficult.
I
And then as the treatment progressed, my eyebrows fell off, my eyelashes fell off.
know.
I looked like a total alien. I was putting up a very hard front. I didn't show it to my family. I used to go inside the shower, and while taking a shower, you feel your scalp, you
Yeah,
feel yourself.
the
You
water
don't
that's
have eyebrows, you don't have eyelashes, you feel
mm,
yourself. And I know with my water how much of tears have flown down. Each time I've always touched my scalp. I stopped stepping out of my door because I was looking very ugly. I should use the term because that is how you look. After you look like this, for you to look like that, it's very difficult. I
it's
stopped stepping out of the door
uh-huh.
and I used to start wearing caps and pull the cap. And my son was always like, I challenge you, take out your cap and go near the door. Take out your cap. Who's going to say what, mama? Nobody's going to say anything. You're going to go. I don't know, slowly I started going till the door. Then from the door, I started going till the gate. But it was very difficult, Gia. Without the
Okay.
cap, I've never gone anywhere. I just to the hospital and back, but I've never gone without the cap anywhere. And I used to always think, how are people seeing me? It really hurt. And over
Yes.
the journey, if you ask me what I've learned, Gia, there were two major pillars of my life.
Mhm.
One pillar was my husband, the other pillar was my mom.
Yes.
These two pillars of my life kept me going. And my treatment wasn't easy.
Mhm.
I always had multiple complications. I had multiple infections. I was
Mhm.
hospitalized for 15, 20 days at the hospital each time with high temperature,
Okay.
shivering, vigoring temperature, 103, 104. Multiple doctors came in and went out saying they couldn't do anything about it. They couldn't find out what was it. I don't know, with all these complications and hospitalizations, it's not been easy for me. Every bone is hurt. I couldn't walk from my toilet to the room or room to the toilet, I had to catch the wall and walk because
Hold something.
my bones were hurting. I couldn't keep my feet down because each feet bone was like it's going to break any time.
Oh,
So slowly catching the wall to go to the toilet and slowly catching the wall to come back to my bed with multiple infections, multiple complications. Each time I was hospitalized, and poor little mother and husband of mine kept me going.
and you're
I
here
would
today.
also, I should love my family for that. I should thank my friends, Gia. They were this handful of friends who would visit me every day or every other day,
Okay.
kept me going, kept my mom going because my mom was with me all the time, supported me, strengthened me when I lost my hair. They still loved me. However, I looked, my family and friends, those close knit friends, still loved me, still wanted me, still encouraged me, kept me going. I want to thank all of them. Thank you for giving me this platform. I want to thank that every nurse who came into my room each time to check whether my medicine was going in right. That nurse who kept me entertained in the hospital all the time, brought a smile on my face. I want to thank every friend who dropped in every day to keep me going. I want to thank my family. And above everyone, I want to thank God.
Yes. I think my next question is very much related to this, because I think you hit your truth, right? You get to know your truth. So my next question to you is, what did cancer give you? What did you, how did it change you as a person? I'm sure as you're talking, it is definitely, it's a complete transformation, right? The ups and downs, the,
Yes.
so I want to know, how did it change you?
Change me as a person. I started valuing every single day.
Mhm.
I started valuing every single person in my life.
Mhm.
And I would want to keep me and myself as a priority.
Very true.
And I don't want to postpone anything in my life
Mhm.
because it has taught me that there is no tomorrow. तुमको पता नहीं how many days you will live, you never know.
Very true.
You've not taken a guarantee from him. I will live for 60 years, right?
Yeah.
Take each day as it comes. During the
Take,
journey, Gia,
take
what I've
each
learned
day as
is,
it counts.
yes, take each minute, I would say, as it comes. Live by the day, be happy for what you have, show gratitude to God for what you have, your family, your friends, your work, your health. That's how what I've learned is this. During the journey, that is last April, I completed my treatment. Last April 25th was my last treatment. I'm glad about that. Thank God for that. Last March, I lost my pet.
Oh.
She was my daughter. I have a son, but my pet was my daughter. She was with us
How
for
old
13
was
and a
your
half
pet?
years. She was 13 and a half.
Okay.
Okay.
How long? But she's always been with you since 13 and a half years.
Yes. 13 and a half years she's been with me. And I would always tell I have two children. I have one
Oh,
son and a daughter. And she was my daughter. When I used to take my chemo and I used to come and lie down, I couldn't get up. She used to come and sit beside me in the room and she used to lick my hand, constantly because she knew something was wrong. I was not well or something like that. And she was always with me.
oh.
She was the heart of the house.
How did you
And
take it?
also,
Like, I mean, how did you overgo this grief of losing your pet? Because, as you say, she was your
during your
daughter.
chemo, during your chemo, if you're normal, you're going through trauma and there's another trauma.
Yeah. So
This is very
how did it?
difficult.
Yeah. How
It
did
was
you
very difficult. It was more difficult for my son than me because, as it is, his mother was going through this. It was his 10th board exam times.
Yeah.
And he used to always say, I have a sister. Oh, you're a lone child? You don't have a sibling? No, I have a sister.
Oh.
And that was the first close death he saw in his life. He's never seen a death that close.
Oh.
So he was shattered. Spiky passed away on March 17.
Who?
And that's my dog, Spiky. She passed away on March
Oh.
17.
Okay.
And April 12th, I lost my mom.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was not a month.
And your mom, she was your backbone?
Yes.
She was everything. She was your world. As far as I know, Triveni, she did hold you through your journey, every single minute of your journey through hospitals, home, your husband, your son. She was taking care of your pet, everything, everything. You.
Mother. I would say mom is God.
Yeah.
God on earth. My mom is a very spiritual person, Jia. Very spiritual. Would not miss a day going to the temple or day does not stand without doing the puja. Probably I'm alive today because of her prayers.
Yes. Yes.
There are days she sat to press my legs because, as I told, every bone hurt. She used to sit and she used to press my leg all the time. I used to tell, Ma, your hand will pain, leave, it's okay, go sit. No, 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 you sleep, Ma, you sleep. You don't take tension. I'm fine. There are days I've cried and said, Ma, I can't take this anymore. The pain is too much. I want to give up. It's like, I can't, Ma. And she used to say, remember, you have a son and he needs you. You still have responsibilities and you have to live. She used to always tell this to me. And she used to say, believe in God. He will never do bad. He might test you. And remember, he tests only good people. So you're very good. And that's why God is testing you. God knows that you have this strength in you, that you can fight it out. And so believe in yourself and you'll fight it out. One fine morning on a Sunday, my dad calls up to say, my mom's no more. She's passed of a heart attack right on the bed. It was very difficult, Jia. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for your loss. I can feel
Sorry.
it. I can.
I'm really sorry, but
No, you don't have to be. Please take your time, Triveni. Please.
yeah.
We're all here with you. We're all here with you. And
I've never complained about my cancer. I've never complained why God gave it to me or why this happened to me. I have a book, My Days of Survival. I've written down every single day how my journey was. I used to write it weekly once.
oh,
But I always scold God for taking my mom away so early when I needed her.
I get that.
Today, I don't have the courage to go to my mother's house because I feel like opening the door and saying, Ma. There were days my mom kept calling me and I was so busy at work and I used to say, Ma, I'm busy, I'll call you. We take our moms for granted. I'll call you, Ma. I'm busy. I'll call you. Karti hu. I'll do it. Today, I wait for a call. One call my mom would make. One call. She was sorry. And this was all during my treatment. My last treatment was on 25th. My mom was very happy. Last treatment, we'll take sweets. We'll give sweets to the hospital. We'll celebrate. We'll go to the temple. I've asked God for your last treatment, and we are going to do that. We are going to do this. She was very excited. She will be in the hospital before me, Gia. Suppose my chemo starts at 8 in the morning. She will be in the hospital at 7:30. And she was not a healthy person. She had knee pain. She was a long-standing diabetes. She had all her own pains and aches. But everything vanished when her daughter needed her. And
That's
the nurses
that's
will tell,
that's
Madam,
how
your
mothers
mother's
are.
come before you. Yes, mothers are. She used to
That's
talk to everybody there. And the nurses will come into the room not to talk to me or check me. The nurses will come into my room to talk to my mother. Oh,
wow.
superb she was. Her interpersonal skills were very great. She could develop a rapport. If you talk to her for half an hour, Gia, you would feel that she's your mother. You know her from years. Such a wonderful soul.
I so wish I would have known you so closely at that time. I so wish I would have met you. I would have been the I wish I would have got the chance to be with you in your journey.
Yeah.
As I got to know, I just got in touch with you through Venu because we were
Yeah.
friends for a very short time. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I can feel your mom.
Yes.
I can
We
feel your
take our
mom.
mothers for granted, and that is the biggest mistake we ever do. We should never ever take our mothers for granted. They are really God on earth.
Your
Even
blessings
till
in
today,
disguise.
she is a blessing. And I would tell, my mother's not no more. My mother lives in me.
Yeah.
Till Triveni is alive, till my last breath, my mom's in me. Because her values, her cultures, her morals, her love is all in every cell of my body. So till Triveni lives, mummy lives.
Yeah.
I miss her the most today, even though I might have very close buddies who speak to me every day also. I miss this buddy of mine with whom I could share everything with. And any problem in the house, even if my son is irritated me, one call to my mom and my mom would have all the solutions around.
Oh,
A solution for every problem that today I feel one part of mine is detached. I feel helpless sometimes. I feel lost. किसके साथ बोलूं, किसके साथ, even though you have those close friends, there is some rapport with your mom.
yeah.
I'm like, with whom will I tell? किसके साथ share करूं? What will I do? You know, that really taunts me, Gia. So the journey hasn't been easy, Gia. I always saw light in the other side of the tunnel, Gia.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I'm scrubbing myself into this tunnel, into this tunnel, saying, light is there, light is there. And I finally found light and I came out.
Please talk about your spiritual intuitions. I think this is very interesting and very close to my heart. What does this mean, like about the light thing? I want to know. How did you find your own strength? Like,
I believe in God a lot, and I would say we are nothing without God,
yes.
right? My mom would say, even if you want to wink your eyes, you need God.
Yes.
Okay. So, from my childhood, my mom's embedded very strong spiritual lessons inside me and my brother. So, me and my brother are very spiritual. Okay. So, do you have a question for God? Just tell God, your decisions for me are always right. I don't want to question or I don't want to complain. If you've decided something for me, go ahead because I know you'll show me a way. I know you'll be my strength. If you're not giving me my plan A and you're making my plan B work, I know that's right for me. Probably at that moment, I'll be shattered. I might cry. I've always been a very strong individual, Gia. It's not been an easy life's journey to where I am today. I've struggled to be where I am today. Life has not been easy or whatever it is. But even whatever people have done to me or hurt me or whatever said and done, I've cried, I've cribbed, but I've always learned to move on. Wishing no bad for them, I said, They will learn their lessons eventually. We don't have to say anything. Probably I've done something bad to them before. So that's why they did this to me today. And you should learn to say, God, I need you. Just be with me and move on.
Suffering is also a process where you really get very close to your inner self, very close to your own God inside you. I think this process is set in a way for you to meet someone inside you, you know. It's outside as well, the inside journey that we take it in with the
Very
suffering.
true, Jia. Very true. Well said. Very true. Very true.
And yes, what message, Triveni, I'm so thankful to you for every single thing that you spoke and you share with us and
That's
our
okay,
viewers.
Jia. My pleasure.
I want also you to not end, without giving a message to the women's
To the
who are,
women around
to
us.
everyone actually, not just women's. I think even the children, the teenagers, the aged people, the men, the women, everyone needs to hear you because all of us, have our own hardships
Say thank you for whatever you have in your life.
every
Be
day.
thankful with whatever you have in your life. Be thankful for your parents. Be thankful for your children, your family, your health, your success, your house, your food, your day. Be
Yes.
thankful. And take each day as it comes. There's something you should have as called as self-motivation, inner drive. You should learn to say, hey, get up. Come on, get up. Come on. You know, how many times will somebody pull you, Gia?
Yes.
There is a time when the cycle falls, we fall, we rub and we get up, right? So there should be a time when you say, Utho, Utho. You should be able to tell that to yourself. Every time somebody will not be there to say that. You should know to say, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
You
Okay.
can do it.
And yes. And tick your bucket list as fast as possible. You never know how many days are left behind. So tick your bucket days fast, 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 fast. Love yourself, respect yourself, be aware of yourself, be aware of your feelings. Once you're self aware and you respect yourself, you don't let anybody disrespect you. Say, hi, I have a boundary. You can't do this to me. Once you love yourself and you're self aware, you start respecting every feeling and everything about your body and yourself. Not only that, every feeling and emotion of yourself. Don't hesitate to go to a doctor and get a pap smear done. Don't hesitate to go to a doctor and get a mammogram done. This will not happen to me. Never take it for granted. You're 35 plus, please do it every year. If you're 40 plus, please do it every 6 months. Never ever tell yourself, this cannot happen to me. This cannot happen to me. A person sitting here is an example.
Can
Yes.
you just remind us again gratitude?
Gratitude
And
is for everybody around.
yes,
And for the women, it is self love,
self-love, self-respect, and
self respect,
self-awareness.
self awareness.
Yes. So
Yes.
these three things to keep in mind and to
Yes.
keep,
And no
yeah.
matter what comes in your life, always tell yourself, this too shall pass. This too shall
Pass.
pass.
And how you finally, shaped up everything. You're back to your family life. You're taking care of your
Yes.
son, your husband, your
Yes.
family, your
Back to
professional life.
work.
Back to work. That's what your professional
Back
life.
to workout. Back to work.
Back to workout. Back to work. Back to everything.
And Gia, I've adopted a dog now.
Yeah.
I've adopted a dog.
Oh wow! So you're
Yes.
not. Wow, that's beautiful.
Because I felt my family wasn't complete without a pet around Gia. So I adopted a dog. She was abandoned by a breeder. And
I wish I could
she's
meet
3
her
years.
here.
Yeah,
It's
I can't.
possible.
She's playing around. She's
Ah,
3 years old.
next time,
She's a
sometime.
Labrador. So, and she's added so much of love to the family now.
That's so cute. That's something I call really moving
Yes,
on.
yes. I had to, because
We all
that's what
have,
my mom taught me. Move on. You have a son, you have responsibilities. And Gia, I would also take this platform to thank each and every doctor and nurse who
yeah,
helped me recover. I would
yes, yes.
thank my friends and family over and over again. I want to thank you for calling
Oh,
me over. I want
we
to
are,
thank everybody around who played a part in my recovery. And I also want to say a heartfelt sorry to anyone I've hurted in my life. I really, if they are seeing the video of anybody I've hurted them in my life, a heartfelt sorry to all of them.
even
Take life easy. Be
take like
happy. Be happy. Gratitude. Gratitude and
that.
gratitude.
Gratitude every single minute of your life.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Thank you, God, for everything.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Triveni. I really thank you from my heart. And I thank you on behalf of all my viewers. I'm sure they have really, I'm sure it's been a great, great pleasure for all of us here. And we've had a great learning, motivation, inspiration, learning, everything in one package with you. So it's been a complete learning session.
My pleasure to be a motivation to a few around. If I am a motivation, and I'm
You
very
are
happy to
in.
do that.
You are in.
I'm very happy to do that.
We are so happy to have you. Thank you so
Thank
much
you, Gio. Thank you once again.
for your kind service to all of us here.
Thank you, Gio.
Thank you so much.